Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how the VLookup function works. What it allows me to do is it allows me to have Google Sheets look up information inside a table. So I have a table here with countries, how many donations they donated, and what the total amount of that donation is in the country's currency. What I want to do down here is I want to have the total donations for these three countries show up in this table. So whenever you want to add a function into a cell, you add the equal sign. And the one we're going to use now is the VLookup function. And as soon as you add a bracket, it will actually give you lots of information about how to make this work. So the first thing we need to do is tell Excel what value we're looking for. So in this particular case, we're looking for whatever is in this cell up here. So this says Honduras, but when I drag it over, it'll look for Fiji and Jamaica. Then I put a comma. Now what it wants me to do is it wants me to tell Excel where I'm going to find the information I'm looking for. This is called the range. So the easiest way to fill this in is just to drag your cursor over the section of the spreadsheet with the information. So now the third thing I need to do is I need to tell the spreadsheet which column has got the answer in it. So the first column here is where it will look for the word Honduras, and it's looking actually in the third column over for the information. And finally, I'm going to type the word false, and this it tells Sheets to just give me the exact result. So if I do that, it will now look up here, and it will find that. It'll look for Honduras, it'll look in the third column, and it will put in here whatever it finds. Now I can drag this over, but what I'm going to find is something has gone wrong. And what has gone wrong is, if you look here, this table has to stay in the same place between E1 or E2 and G6. But when I click over here, it's moved it to F2 to H7. So it's now moved over here. And when I go over here, it's now moved it to, it's now looking in here. Because what happens is when you drag a formula over, it moves everything over with it. So what I have to do is I have to tell the spreadsheet not to drag this, this table. That's called the absolute value. And all I have to do is click in here beside the range, and I'm going to click F4. And that button will put little dollar signs beside each of the different parts of this range, and what that'll do is it will actually freeze it. So if you look in here now, this here doesn't change at all. It's frozen. So now it's always looking inside this table. And that's how the VLookup function works.